Welcome to the instructional handover video for this 2020 Chausson C717GA. So we're going to have a walk around the outside first and then we'll move on inside. So it's based on a Fiat Ducato. It's on the 2.3 140. It's got the black alloy wheels. Through then onto the driver's side, we've got Habitation door. This is manually operated just using the two keys that you get, and there is a door retainer just at the bottom, just there to hold it in place. Previous owners had a Fiamma awning, so I'll send you a separate video on that, and you can just see on the top is the digital aerial. Behind the Habitation door, which is fitted with a blind and an internal fly screen, is the toilet cassette. So again, you use the one key to open that. Lift up the handle, slide it out. You've got the little push button there, so press that and it will release the vacuum, allow the toilet cassette to be emptied. You empty it just by turning the little cap, turning it upside down and emptying it, and then slide it back in, just in place over that little noggin there. Then just locks in place. Below or behind the back wheel, you've got a little emblem there. That's telling you where your wastewater valve is. So to empty, you just pull the little black lever and it drains out of the grey waste pipe there. So that is your grey water. Behind that, we have your Habitation door into the garage area, and we have your gas bottle. So it's marked as gas. Inside then, you will see that there is a regulator and there is a space there for one gas bottle. Again, this will lock into place just there. We've got a light in the garage. We've got mains and 12 volt electric and a blower vent for the heating to come into here. We've got storage area. Comes with the mains cable, all your manuals, cab carpets. You've got the awning winder and the awning pole just there as well. On the back of the vehicle, there's been a 4 bike rack fitted. So this is additional. So this is the Fiamma type 4 bike system. Above you've got the reversing camera. Onto the passenger side, we've got another storage area here. We've got the thermal blinds, which Chausson supply to you with the vehicle, and we've got the anchoring points down the floor for securing any load into that area. The doors themselves just close, twist, and then with the key, we just put the key in. Turn, and then lock in place. So when it is flush like that, it is locked. When it is proud and out, that is open. In front of that, we've got your Truma Vent. So this is for the hot water and heating system. There isn't anything that you need to do on this. There isn't a cover to remove or anything like that. Forward of that, we've got your mains plug-in point. So that is just located there. Press down the little blue little lever on the side to release it from its position there. And then you'll move into your Techno Locker. So there's two little stickers on here. This is depicting where the water and the electrics are. So we just press the button and then press the button, and that will open the hatch into where you will fill up your fresh water, which you do by removing the little black cap from the little plastic filler pipe there, and that will allow you then to fill up your fresh water. Once it's full, it will overflow. Well, you can see that here we've got a maximum and minimum level that relates to the little lever just there. And to the side here, we've got your main RCD box, we've got the fuses, and we've got the main battery charger. So really nicely separated, electric to the left, water to the right. The other thing to remember with the water is you'll need to just open and close your drain. That can be found just underneath, and we fitted the little white tap there with the blue handle, which is your fresh water drain. So to drain it, you'll just need to open the little lever, the blue lever on the side, and to use it, just close it, and that will stop the water coming out. If you've got water coming out from there, you've left it open, just close the valve, and that will allow you to fill up your fresh water tank and then subsequently fill up the boiler, which I'll come on to when we move inside. In front of that, we've got your diesel and AdBlue So that is located just there. We've got your battery for the leisure battery, which is located under this seat, and your engine battery, which is located under your driver's seat. The bonnet release catch can be found just here. Pull that down and that will open the bonnet. We've also got storage just here and another storage area just on the top there. We've got the air conditioning, a CD radio, and then in the middle we've got the controls, which I'll come on to when we move inside the vehicle. The mirrors fold in manually and then can be operated inside through the electric lever. To lift up the bonnet, there's a little yellow lever that lifts up the bonnet. Main thing in here are positive point just down here underneath that cap, negative point just in the middle, oil, dipstick, and just in the corner, nice and neat, there is your screen wash. Once you're finished with that, just release it down and that will close the bonnet for you. So that's the outside done. Let's move on inside. First of all, I'll show you how the beds make up. So 3 separate bed areas. We've got the front bed area, and these make up cushions when you're not using them will be stored away in the garage area. We've got the overcab bed. If you'll just see up there the ladders. Yeah, its own window and its own ventilation. Own light switches just up there. And then at the back we've got either the big double makeup, or if you remove the cushions like so, you'll leave the panel. And to put the panel away, I always find it easy to just lift up both of the sides. So that side on that side, and lift up that. Yeah. And then what we do then is we lift this panel up, slide it down, just into the panel there, and then slide these back down nice and neatly, so you've got your 2 single bed options. There are carpets for the stairs as well, but when you remove the carpet, you'll find there's a little storage area just there. This bottom step lifts up and there's a storage there, and that's where 2 of your isolators are for your fridge and your cooker for the gas side. So let's remember that. Into the underneath, we've got an area here. If I lift that up, it'll give us a bit of light for your hanging room and storage. On this side, we've got another access panel, and again that gives us access to another rail and your storage. You might have noticed, or maybe you haven't, but we've got a Habitation air conditioning unit fitted to the roof. So it is the Dometic type, and it is the one with both the lights, which you can turn off and on, yeah, and power on and off. Yeah, this has a blind and a fly screen built into it, just like so. Yeah, and we have got at the rear of the vehicle, we've got light switches which are underneath, so just tap on the end, that will turn on and off. Yeah, and to get into them, just press the button and that will lift up the cupboards for your storage. The windows at the back, you can simply just magnetise them out of the way, just like so, and then we just want to pull the little blinds window stay, so you press the button, pull it down, press the button and press the button, and then gently lift it open and that will hold. To get it closed, you'll need to go all the way up to come all the way back down and then lock it back in place, just like so. Fly screens and blinds are all throughout the vehicle. We have a light switch in here, turns the lights on and off, and we've got more storage just in here with the isolation switch for the air conditioning unit just to be found up there. On this side we've got storage and another 12-volt socket just located just there. So let's move on into the front, and we'll do it empty first because I want to show you how the tables lock down and how the bed is formulated, sorry, how the seats are formulated. So the bed just pushes down there. When you're wanting to use the travelling section, you'll just need to slide that one back in there, and then that will give you the space for the passenger feet for the 2 travelling seat belts on there. On this side, you'll use the normal fold up seat. So all you do is twist that handle like so, and that will then give you your 5th travelling seat option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th seat. The seat itself, fully made up, just looks like this. Now the cab seats, there's 2 little handles lower down there, and that will swivel the seats around when you're not driving. And then we have our fully functioning seats turned around, and then with the seat base for the L shape, the backrest in place, and your side seat back there, that is your lounge area made back up. The table does swivel, and underneath, this is the lever that you'll need to put the bed down with. So you'll press the button up, and at the same time you will push down on the table, and that will lock in place. So the ladders just clip onto the little rails here to get you up into the overcab area, and you'll see there that you've got storage pockets. Light switches are the little black light switches just here and in the corner for them lights. You've got an opening roof light, which is the same as what I'll show you on one of the other ones, and then an opening sky side roof light, which is like the one I've shown you in the back. What you can do with this little wooden panel is, if you don't want to use it, it will go flush and then discreetly hide away, or you can use it both for safety and for storage, just like so. We've also got a curtain that goes across for your privacy in an evening if the little ones or older ones are wanting to go to sleep. The bed also pushes out the way and holds up on a ram, and I'll show you how to do that now. So with the ladders taken off and all the obstructions out the way, just lift it up, and then it will hold up on its own steam, just to give you some more headroom in the living area. You've got the curtains that pull around to screen off the cab area in the evening, and again, like I mentioned before, fly screen and blind on all the windows and the door. So let's go back to the main control panel. So I'm going to start from everything turned off. Close this blind just to give us a bit of view in here. So we've got the control panel above the door. So the first option we want to do is press the main power on. Now you'll see that there's a little green element that's just lit up here, a little LED light. That tells us that we're plugged into mains. So what we can do is, if we press the button at the bottom, that tells us what power is in our Habitation battery. One next to it, what power is in our engine battery, what level is in our freshwater tank level, and the next button will allow us to dim it or brighten the screen, depending on how bright or how dim you want them lights to display. The function to the left is the light. So you've got to have both of these 2 buttons illuminated for the electrics, for the pump, for the water, for the toilet to work, pretty much everything. Now it doesn't mean you have to have your lights on, because there are varying light switches, including a couple here on the control panel, that can be turned off when them lights are on. So these 2 lights need to be on, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the lights in the vehicle itself need to be turned on. So we can go around and we can manually turn off the lights. Remember, in the bathroom one and the shower is here. Yeah. So that's often one that is forgotten. Yeah. So turn off the lights to what you want. Again, going around, just individually turning them off, the 2 little black ones up on the bed for the overcab, and that would allow you then to darken the vehicle in an evening for you. The next button along is the pump. So that is your freshwater pump. So once you've filled up your freshwater tank, you'll want to press that pump on. You'll have to also do that to prime the boiler. Yeah. So what I mean by that is, you'll turn your tap to hot and you pull it through your boiler to drain the boiler full of air and allow the water heater to work. The next button along is your external awning light, and that's outside of the vehicle. So pretty straightforward, but the key bits are these 2 lights. When you're leaving the vehicle, just press and hold that button and it will turn everything off. Press it back on again and it will leave the elements on. Yeah. So, with that power turned on, it will see that there is power to the telly. Move the little lever along and that will move the telly out of the way. Behind, we've got your solar regulator, because there is a solar panel that's been fitted. This is aftermarket. And a TV, Max View TV aerial, again aftermarket, that's been fitted for you by the previous owner. When driving along, make sure that that is locked back in place. So with our power on, with our mains plugged in, again you can use this on mains or diesel, we'll then want to turn on the actual heating, and that's the controls to the left hand side. First option being the temperature, so you turn and select the motorhome with the temperature, turn the wheel to the desired temperature. When you're happy with the temperature you want it, you press the button. The next one along will depend on whether you've got water in your boiler or not. We have in this instance, so we want to turn it to either Eco, which is 40 degrees, Hot, which is 60 degrees, or Boost, which will take all the power away from the heating to get hot water up to temperature. At the moment I'm going to choose Hot. Again, remember, only do this if you've got water in the boiler. The next long along is the source. So fuel being your diesel side, mix is diesel and 1 kilowatt electric, mix 2 is 2 kilowatt electric and diesel, EL1 is 1 kilowatt electric, and EL2 is 2 kilowatt electric. So I'm going to select 1 kilowatt electric while we're hooked up to mains. Again, use the appropriate fuel source to what you are connected to. The next option is the fan speed. So you move it across to the fan and select either Eco, High, or once High's run for a bit and the fan started, you can go back into that, and that will allow you to select a boost element, which will take the heating source purely and simply away from, towards getting the van hot and away from the water heater itself. The next button down then is the timer settings, clock settings, and your vehicle settings. Get used to the fundamentals at the top. There are instructions in your booklet and loads of videos online to help you with this. But get the fundamentals of the vehicle heating, water heating, fuel source, and fan speed before you then go on to the next stage of it. The other key element is press and hold the circle button when you're finished to turn the unit off, and do this before you unplug your mains, or if you're on your diesel, it'll just before you start up your engine. So a few little key little tips there. The thermostat for the heater is just above the light switches, just there, and that does lead me back onto the light switches. So remember that we've got some black light switches here. We've got end ones underneath here that will turn on with just a press of the end. Yeah, we've got the light switches under here that press on. So there's a few different options and techniques to use on this. Yeah, but it's just remembering which ones they are. And again, in here we've got your bathroom one and your shower one. So top one is the shower. If I turn around, top one does the shower, so no, you don't need to sleep with your shower on, light on. And the bottom one is the actual bathroom area. So in the bathroom area above, we've got the same roof light that's fitted above the overcab, and you just twist it and that will lift up the vent to allow the bathroom area to ventilate. Same as the one over the cab, and same as the one in the shower area. We've also got a little rail for hanging up towels or wet coats. We've got a slider which will then give you areas in here for soap holders, toothbrush holders, like so. Coat hooks just there, and again below the sink we've got a push button, give you access to more storage. The toilet, to flush the toilet you need to press the blue button. The little rectangular button at the top is your indicator to tell you when the toilet's full. And when using the toilet, always use the blade valve, which is this inside, in the open position. You do that by sliding that blade forward to close and to the back to open. So do what you're going to do, press the flush and then close that so all the smells stay inside the toilet instead of ventilating the actual motorhome. Remember that blade valve must be closed, so in the forward position before you attempt to pull out the toilet cassette as I've shown you earlier in the video. This door will lock both there and by releasing the Velcro across there. So we can screen ourselves off in the bedroom area from both visitors using the bathroom, or we can just use it as a big changing area like so. Into the kitchen area, we've got a mains plug, kitchen sink. Your tap, you'll see, is depicted just on the top here. Hot is to the left and cold is to the right. Push the button, we've got our utensil drawer. Underneath that, we've then got more storage. This model, being a 2020, does come with the glass cover. Some of the newer ranges don't. And we've got your grill pan that is just there. This is the Triple X, so a widely used cooker unit now with your electric element, because yes, we are running both electric and gas, and your 2 burners, as well as your grill to the right and your oven to the left. Also comes with an igniter on there as well. Under that, we've got another storage area just there. So we've plenty in this area for you to put your belongings. Make sure that you press these little buttons in before you're moving off, otherwise that they will slide around. Fridge unit, press and hold the button. That'll activate the options for you. We can either select gas manually, mains power when we're hooked up to mains. The battery one only works when the engine is running, so please bear this in mind. If you try it without the engine running, it's just going to flash as you see it there. Or you might have just seen we have an automatic function. That will select the strongest source of fuel for you. The temperature that you want the fridge to operate, so works from the warmest to the coldest setting, just like so. And we access into it by just pulling the handle to the front. And we have both got a freezer compartment, ice cube maker, and the fridge itself. To turn it off, press and hold the square button, and the display will go off. So the boiler protection valve is just underneath this cupboard here, and it's actually located, it's quite hard to see, in here. Now what I'll do is I'll show you when you come on the day with another frost protection valve that's easier to locate, so you know how to dump the water out of the boiler and fill up. So that's that underneath that cupboard, which is actually located underneath the false floor. So that is for draining the boiler of water. So like I say, I'll show you that when you come to look around on the day. When we're moving away, we need to make sure that the shower door is secured, and we do that with the little latch there. All the buttons are pushed in, just like so, and then we could turn off the lights for our onward travel. Pull the handle below to move the seat around. You just need to be careful with the seat on the handbrake, and the handbrake can be found just on the right hand side. I mentioned the mirror switches, they're there, electric windows, windscreen wipers, lights and indicators, speed control, cruise control, speed limiter just there. It's the manual 6-speed gearbox, and your horns in the middle. The reverse camera will show a picture on here. You've got a couple of charging points and drinks holders just here and lower down just in the middle. But once the seats are turned around, you're ready then for your onward journey. That concludes our video on the Chausson C717GA. Hope you'll find the video useful. We look forward to your feedbacks and comments, but most importantly, we look forward to you using the motorhome and enjoying everything it brings for you. Thanks guys.